All right, we should be live. It is Saturday, January 23rd. At least I think it's the 23rd. 2:36 in the afternoon, and according to my phone, it is minus 5 degrees Celsius right now. So it's a little bit on the colder side. I'm just double checking my stream settings here. Just give me a second. Thomas and Abduli. Good afternoon, guys. Maroof, Tech Needs Tea. Sorry, I'm still setting things up on my phone. Just let me have a second, guys. Monaco, Patrick, Action VJ. Welcome to the stream, guys. Greg and Diraj, I am good. I just made my way over here. I was kind of thinking about doing a Instagram live stream on the streetcar as I made my way over, but I kind of decided against that. Bevy says good afternoon. Montley. All right, I'm just gonna go. I can't see my settings. That's fine. Let's just get up and start moving about. Good afternoon, Susan. Bevy commenting on how nice the sky is. Yeah, we've got a nice blue sky. Maybe I should have recorded a regular video today. Whoops. Oh, I don't have this on the right. There we go. We are in Maple Clare Park. I'm up in the Stockyards district. Some supercars. Good afternoon, Jeanette. This is Guns Loop. So we are way the heck up here. Yeah, Junction Craft Brewery or Brewing is up here. So what I'm going to do is head over to Keele Street, and then we'll walk down further into the heart of the Junction. Technically, the Stockyards is in the Junction. It is minus 5 right now. So this is the end of the St. Clair streetcar loop, or rather line. So this is where it terminates to the west. So I rode the entire length of the streetcar to get here. I got on at St. Clair Station. I took the shuttle bus from Eglinton because the TTC can't help itself but run shuttle buses on the weekends. Someone said so cold, take a break. I took a break last night. I decided to stay in when I was going to go outside to stream. If you guys could let me know how the audio is. I've got it hooked up to a different part of my coat. So I'm hoping that it's sounding loud and clear with no weird noises. And this is St. Clair Avenue West. So I'm gonna head over east for a block. And then we're gonna go south into the Junction. And then I'm going to go even further south where Design TO is happening. And there's a shop that has a display with one of my videos in the window. So I think that might be kind of neat. So we're gonna look for that. Providing my battery holds up. I have yet to test this battery in this cold weather. Greetings, Peter, Zach. I've got my regular touch glove on my left hand and my super minus 30 Fahrenheit rated glove in my right hand. For shoes, we're just using the Under Armours. I do have long underwear on, a long t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, a regular sweater, then a hoodie on top of that sweater, and then a jacket on top of the hoodie. That thumbnail is a little misleading. Yeah, I didn't want to walk around here and find a... Oh, the thumbnail is showing... The thumbnail should be showing me riding a streetcar. Streetcar, that is. But I didn't really want to fiddle around with everything in this cold, so... Whoa! Whoa! Good driving there, Mr. ARRE908. What a buffoon. Johnny is near nations. So on the left is the Stockyards. It's a huge suburban style. It's a really weird kind of plaza slash mall. They call it Stockyards Village. It's divided into different levels. And the interior is really weird. It's mostly parking. I give them credit for hiding the parking like this. There's Nations as a... Susan discovered, yeah, nothing's gonna happen with the license, but rather than shout obscenities, reading a license plate number brings me peace. I don't know why. Nothing's gonna happen to that. But it is what it is. Unlimited high-speed internet, $39.95 a month. They don't tell you what speed. I bet that's crap speed, even though they call it high speed. All right. If you're wondering, there we are. It's kind of a sunny day. A frigid, cold, sunny day. I actually kind of hate this development here. I think it's really poorly designed, but that's just me. Let's just go behind this car. I've already had one person try to kill me. Thanks, Jeanette. Is it okay to go outside? No, it's not. So we're gonna go to Keele Street. Keele Street will take us down to Dundas and Keele, which is the heart of the Junction neighborhood. Oh, there goes a UP or an Up Express train. I always call it the UP Express. Coming soon, the Friendly Stranger Cannabis Culture Shop. Jay and Foxy, yes, this used to be where they did just that. This was a very industrial blue-collar area. Because it's on the railway tracks, actually the Junction, there was a whole lot of blue-collar developments, and a long time ago there was a lot of fights and civil disturbances in this area. And up until the year 2000, actually, alcohol was banned in this area. Not private alcohol, but from bars and restaurants. So it was really kind of weird that prohibition lasted so long. And because they kept prohibition so long, all kinds of other problems developed. It kind of became almost a bit of a ghetto. There was a lot of crime, prostitution, gang activity. And when they finally allowed alcohol again, things started to turn kind of normal, and it suddenly grew into one of Toronto's more desirable neighborhoods. Where's Dylan? Is he incarcerated? Maybe he choked on some birdseed. I don't know. I didn't feel like running against the light there. So we're gonna have to wait one more light cycle. That's okay. There's a wide angle look at the corner. So that is a look to east down St. Clair. NG329 lives at Dundas, West and Bloor. We will be walking right by there eventually, providing my battery holds up. I've yet to try it in this kind of extreme cold, but we'll see how it does. Are you using a GoPro? No, I'm using a smartphone. Oh, this guy got stuck in the median. Thank you, MZTV. You're straight up down the road from you. Sweet. I think it is because Weston Road here is on the left, and the next street past here is Old Weston Road. All right, we got a walking sign. Action VJ, thanks for confirming. I'm always a little wary of streaming from somewhere new because I never know exactly how strong the connection will be. And when you're live streaming, that is absolutely everything. It's good to know we can always come back. My mate Jeff, 2 pounds for the nice blue sky. Thank you, my mate Jeff. It's very much appreciated. Was that pounds or euros? I almost missed that. Again, guys, if I do miss something, please let me know. I don't know, Susan. Get myself a Big Mac. I'm actually running about an hour later than I thought I would be. Alarov says, I'm in Toronto, my connection will be fine. Not always. There's definitely, when you're streaming in 1080p, there's definitely parts of the city where you can send messages and even stream YouTube, but you can't upstream like this. Thank you, Robert. Unfortunately, I had to edit the video or the stream last night, so when I do that, the live chat disappears. Oh, we just got a new channel member. Thank you for joining. I have worked out a way to moderate some of those games, so I can actually nuke the answers before they display on screen. In other games, I can conceal the answers as soon as I see them. So hopefully, any bad actors can be isolated. XX Darkstar has not been to Harvey's in a decade. I actually don't think I've ever been down this part of Keele Street on this channel before. Miriam, 5, is that Brazilian real? Thank you, Miriam. We are all right, and it must be evening where you are. Do you remember the Roncesvalles on Keele and Rogers? I don't, but perhaps someone here does. Oh man, my right hand is gonna get sore holding this thing in a death grip like this. I do remember Roncesvalles though. High fiver, what thumbnail is showing? Is it just a picture of the skyline? Because I actually took a thumbnail just for this video. I guess it didn't upload. Whoops. That's just my backup default live streaming thumbnail. What happens is if the picture is greater than 2 megabits in size, YouTube doesn't accept it, and the streaming software I use doesn't tell me, so That's my fault. I should have just double checked the size of the file before I tried to set it as a thumbnail. Whoops. Oh well. I did put I'm going to the Junction in the title. So this area definitely has a industrial past. It's hard not to notice that. Carlton, 20 bucks. How about Dufferin and the 401 for a walk? Carlton, thank you. Dufferin and the 401. Would that not be right by Downsview West Station? I will head up that way, possibly in a live stream. Yeah, Dufferin Street kind of breaks up a few different times, I think. You can't continuously take it. That's up near York University. Jeanette, 20 bucks for a warm drink and tonight's dinner. Thank you, Jeanette. That's appreciated. Impossible Burger from A&W. I thought A&W did Beyond Meat. This glove I am wearing on my right hand is so warm, my hand is sweating. I kid you not. A&W coming up at Keele and Dundas. I think the A&W at Keele and Dundas is in a beautiful old building, if I'm not mistaken. There's a giant LA Fitness. Michelle, Dufferin and, he said Dufferin and 401. I'm pretty sure you would get off at Downsview West Station and go north, and you would be right on Dufferin. Unless he meant south of 401, in which case that would be right along Yorkdale Mall. Jeanette Morales with a thumbs up for the Impossible Burger. Barbarian, indeed, finally some sun. How cold is it right now? It's about -5. I don't think the wind chill is that high because I'm not really feeling it. But we're getting to the main part of the Junction neighborhood. Tom says that underpass looks ancient. Let's turn around and take a look. Roman times. I think the Romans had a bit more taste than that. This area is called the Junction because there is literally a junction of 3 different rail lines. To the southeast of here is the Junction Triangle, where I'll be heading. I'm going to turn right here on Dundas and head a few blocks that way. And then we'll head south down Dundas all the way to Dundas and Roncesvalles, and that is where this art display with my video is supposed to be. The art of demolition. Calyx, Yukon. Well, technically this land dates back to Pangea times. Whenever the heck that was, I don't know my ancient earth dates that well. Carrie Clark, happy Saturday from a wet Nottingham. All right, so this is the heart of the Junction neighborhood. Dundas and Keele. Alice Mock MCK. Probably. I'm sitting on about 50 unread emails in my Gmail. Eventually I will get to them. I don't always reply to the emails, I just can't. So I apologize for that. I do always reply to Patreon members and channel members though. That I do promise. But I'll take a look at it tomorrow. Tonight is a UFC night after this video. I'm gonna go home and order some food and start getting nice and loaded for UFC. Yes, we are currently heading west. Teratopia says Cantina on the south side coming up has awesome tacos. Did I walk past it? I do not. Oh, there it is. Cantina, as per Tara, that is the place to get tacos. So it's hard to believe 20 years ago there were no bars in this area or restaurants that could serve alcohol. I think that's kind of ridiculous, but so what I'm going to do is head a few blocks to the west here, and then I'll turn around. I just kind of want to cover off the main part of the junction. Chris West says he likes this area. I've made exactly 2 walking videos through here in the past, and a couple of cycling videos. It doesn't have the best transit access, unfortunately. I think the closest subway to here would be Dundas West. And then you could take a bus or you could walk up from there. Poirier or McGregor. I have McGregor, and I'm taking Chandler and the upset. So yes, I'm pretty much walking directly towards the sun, so sorry if it's not the clearest picture. Cave says it would be great if I streamed mornings too. Articulations. Let's take a look at some neat art here. Oh guys, I don't know if this is a PG-13 or not. It's on display, so I'm assuming this is allowed. It's kind of a neat shop. We will still be your favorite Junction art supply shop. Fortunately, there's so much glare off these damn windows. There you go, cover your kids' eyes, I guess. I don't really know, I don't really care. It's harmless. I'm trying not to dwell on how depressing it is that there's so many vacant store shops and clearly suffering restaurants and other businesses. No, Bevy, not only are boobs not obscene, they're actually, you're allowed to be topless in Ontario. You just don't see it a whole lot. Although I have had to, on a few different videos, I've had to obscure boobs because I walked by, I think on 3 different occasions I walked by topless women and I had to blur out their boobs. Even though it's legal in Ontario, I think it's against YouTube's terms of service to show live human nudity. Also, I filmed the Pride Parade a few years ago and it was like a penis fest. I spent all night just blurring old man penis walking down the street. That was not a fun night. Shout out to your friend Bernie Gears. But at the same time, props to the police for looking the other way and just letting people be themselves. I don't really know how to talk my way out of that one, so I'll just shut up. Canto by Tita Flips, Filipino street food. Jeanette, are you here? I know you're interested in Toronto's offerings. Maybe I'll order some Filipino tonight. Whoops, I've discovered a few great Filipino restaurants that deliver. Thank you, Elaine. Hope you're well in Scotland. Ever tried Jollibee chicken? I tried it in Jollibee, or in the Philippines actually. Please keep showing us the beautiful erotic art. If I see more, I'm trying to stay focused on the right side of the street because I'm going to come back on the other side of the street, so I don't want it to feel like it's repetitive. Johnny stumbled. Yes, I accidentally stepped off the curb. Whoopsie doopsie. There's a lot of Thai restaurants up here. Thank you, Robert. Tom Powell saying Vesuvius is out of business. Sorry, I would have gotten a better look if we knew. You can see the rail tracks just to the north there. So there's going to be a live stream in the Stumbles channel. Not tonight. No, UFC tonight. And I'm still working on some of the mechanisms to keep the bad actors out. So maybe not tomorrow night. When will you do a Regent Park walk? I've done several walks through Regent Park. Not one specifically, but I passed through there a number of times and streamed through there a number of times. O'Brien, we are heading west on the north side of Dundas Street West. Although what's interesting is we are north of Bloor Street. Dundas Street kind of does this weird thing where at Dundas and Roncesvalles, it turns north. And it basically heads north almost all the way up to Keele. It kind of bends. And then it goes east to west. And then when it gets back to Etobicoke, it goes south of Bloor again. Is that officially Little Malta? I think Little Malta is this area starting right here, actually. I think this park up here is Little Malta Park. Peter Stock, $5 for a pint for the fight tonight. Thank you, Peter. I have the fridge well stocked of IPAs. Dundas Pizza, Elaine, $10 or 10 pounds. Thank you, Peter Stock, for the fight pint. Thank you, Elaine, for the super sticker. Elaine McLaughlin, I'm assuming. Sorry if I said that wrong. Who is fighting tonight? Just a guy called Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier and Dan Hooker and Michael Chandler. Basically, what I think is 2 of the top 6 or 7 lightweights in the world, or 4 of the top 6 or 7. You almost never see that on one card, so it's going to be pretty wild. Former Bellator champ making his UFC debut. That's always one of those things that MMA fans talk about, what some guy would do from another organization if he goes to the UFC. And that's about all I'll talk about that, because I'm sure I'm putting some people to sleep. But someone was saying that it's still more vibrant now than it was in the 90s, and that's probably true. Can we walk near Shawn Mendes' apartment? Didn't I just do that? I think he has a condo down in City Place. Cute shops are tucked in on the left, says Michael. Yes, we're gonna cross the street very soon and go that way. Because we hit a bit of a, this part of Dundas, it's a bit of a dry spell where there's not a whole lot going on. There's a cannabis shop. Robert, yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of vacant shops. I wouldn't call them COVID victims, I'd call them Doug Ford victims. But I don't really want to get into that too much. Can you say hi to my mom? All right. Hello, Rhonda. Thank you for watching, Rhonda. What I'm about to do is cross the street and start heading back in the other direction. O'Brien missed the live stream last night on Stumbles. Don't worry, of all the streams to miss, that was probably the one you wanted to miss. Let's take a quick look around some residential streets here. Since there's not a whole lot going on at Dundas, but we have a laneway, and it's an unnamed laneway. Please stop asking to go by Shawn Mendes' apartment. In the rules, it does say no spamming, so if you start repeating the questions, the mods will block it. Urban Trailers, you have the best personality out of all the YouTubers. Thank you. I don't know if that's true. What about the Unbox Therapy guy? That guy's pretty neat. MKHB. Anthony on Linus Tech Tips. All right, we are on St. John's Place. There's a lot of really old homes around here. Can I go south to down a street back to Dundas up here? Oh God, I hope I didn't wander somewhere where I can't loop back. Oh, that's a heck of a walk. Okay, we're just gonna turn around. Susan says the dude is a good sport. So if you bought a house here in the 90s, you would have been a genius because real estate in this neighborhood has skyrocketed. Johnny is YouTube's AK of the North. Do you like the game Subway Surfers? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we're gonna go back to Dundas. Pizza and wings and UFC tonight. I think Filipino food actually, but we'll see. I could go for some lechon. And those little spring roll things, I don't know what they call them. I'm gonna order a feast and hopefully have a lunch tomorrow. Lumpia, Susan. All I had today was a smoothie and a Cliff Bar. So this is Malta Park. So this would be the heart of Little Malta. Thomas says hi from the Lawrence Park area. It's a rather swanky part of town. Luke says it was his birthday on the 21st of January. Happy birthday, Luke. And is Alex in the chat? Because happy birthday, Alex. Asked me to stream on his birthday, and here we are. Alex isn't here. Can you get a Montreal style? You used to be able to at Kaplansky's, and there was actually a Dundas on where was there a Dundas? On King Street West. I'm sure there's countless pubs that offer Montreal style smoked meat, but I'm sure they're not necessarily great. Although I might be wrong. I don't. Toronto Parks and Rec is internationally known. I did not know that. So this is Laws Street in the heart of Little Malta. What about Shopsies? That's probably true. I haven't. Shopsies, is it even still here? It used to be down on Wellington, right? Or Front? Someone's got a bit of a junk problem. Hello to Busaran and your husband in Denmark. Never been. So the light a little better now. I'll have the sun to my back. Brett, recommendation for a Montreal style smoked meat sandwich. Porter alert. Victoria and Company, upholstery cleaning specialists. I hope we have a day like this tomorrow, because I'm going to have to come out and make some videos. If you're wondering, tomorrow's video on the channel is just going to be a streetcar ride along the 509. Have you ever eaten at Pastesi? No, I haven't. So a little change in pace with a streetcar ride for tomorrow. I don't have any other videos. I made that one after the live stream on Thursday. And today's video was kind of a half-assed last-minute one. But it seems to be reasonably popular. That would be Annette Street, just to the south of here. I did a bike ride down Annette Street. It kind of reminds me a bit of Harvard Street. And you could take Annette all the way to where it turns into DuPont. What's your favorite Italian restaurant? I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Grazie in Midtown like everyone else seems to be. Ice Cream Junction. Does the Junction remind you of Parkdale? A little bit. People's Power Press. What's my opinion on Costco? I think they're one of the more ethical big box stores, I guess. I don't really know. I know they treat their employees a lot better than Sam's Club. Restaurante by Dr. Etker. Thank you, Malatesta. I am good, Blake. Hope everyone's staying warm today. What time? It's 3:19. There's the 40A. So these streets all head down to Annette. Do you feel safe riding transit during COVID? Sure. I think there's very little to link transit and transmission. So now I'm currently heading east on the south side of Dundas Street West. There is Matchbox Cannabis. There's a cute little church. It looks fairly new in construction relative to a lot of the churches. Yes, we're in the Junction, but perhaps not for long. I'm just going to keep on walking down Dundas here. When I get to Dundas and Roncesvalles, I want to check out that art installation. Ian, I couldn't tell you by name, but I do have it in my app. Little Italy is College in Dufferin. Little Italy is College in Bathurst to about College in Ossington. Not quite all the way. What's up, funny dog? And Corso Italia is to the north of there along St. Clair, which is actually a bigger Italian enclave than Little Italy. This is High Park Avenue. There's a lot of grand old houses on this street. It's more of a bike ride kind of street than a walking video kind of street though. Luke, it's in November. Deborah, $4.99. The art installation sounds interesting. Thank you, Deborah. It's really just one of my videos in the window of a shop, but I'm curious to see it. Thank you for the $4.99, Deborah. Just baked cinnamon buns. Discount Bob? Do you mean Bargain Harold's? I don't know of any Discount Bob. Yeah, someone on Reddit put, during the pandemic, what are the biggest problems in Toronto not being reported by the media? And one of the most upvoted comments was cyclists on the sidewalk. And I would have to agree, it's a borderline pandemic in itself of delivery people just riding their bikes on the sidewalk. Like, get on the road, please, as a cyclist and a pedestrian. And someone who drives, you do not belong on the sidewalk. Luke, we're heading down to Dundas and Roncesvalles. So we're gonna go right by the West Toronto rail path. Maybe I'll climb up on the bridge there. Someone waving for the camera. This is Pacific Avenue. Yeah, technically by law, if you're over 14, you should not be on the sidewalk. I get that people might not feel safe on the road, but that doesn't mean you take your problem and offload it onto pedestrians by riding on the sidewalk. Beautiful day for a walk, beautiful cold day maybe. I'm not sure more bike lanes would help. Or did you say you're sure or not sure? Nouvelle, yeah, if people just take 2 seconds to plan their route, there's plenty of alternate routes. And streets with bike lanes, there's really zero need for anyone to ever have their bike on the sidewalk. Unless, of course, they're walking it. Now, what street is this? Oh, we're getting closer to Annette Street. We run parallel. Dundas runs parallel to Annette Street. That would be Annette Street just to the south of there, but they kind of form together in a triangle shape. Nick Nickel, $3 for some coffee. Thank you, Nick Nickel. That is the first thing I'm gonna do when I end this stream. Thank you, Nick. Luke will go to Roncesvalles. Guys, if you can track me down on the stream, I don't mind saying hi on camera. But we are under orders not to be socializing, so it really won't be anything more than a wave hello, unfortunately. Mavity Street. The further east I go, the closer Annette Street gets. Alan Young from Scotland. Where are you walking to? I'm walking to Dundas and the Junction, or Dundas and Roncesvalles. Rain, one full. Get some hot chocolate afterwards. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Rain full. David Wardle says, Looks like a nice day. Yeah, a nice -5 day. Okay, we're back to Dundas and Keele. Mark says, get Popeyes. Hello? Someone shouted me out from their pickup. Sweet. Maybe, how's it going? Yeah, cool. Cheers. Nice guy. McGregor or Poirier? I think McGregor. My underdog pick for tonight is Chandler. There's a look down Keele. That truck has massive tires. Yeah, maybe it's a work truck, maybe it's his toy. Either way, good for him. The truck drivers recognize you. What's the difference between a truck, someone who drives a truck or a car? I don't judge people. I don't see any difference. Funny dog, finally some sunshine. Yes, as Susan pointed out, ironically on one of the coldest days. But thank you for the $5, funny dog. Very much appreciated. Johnny is Toronto. I don't quite know if that's the case. I think this was the first pub to open since Prohibition was lifted. Feel free to fact check me on that, but I think... And it says the first saloon since 1903. Heated patio, enter through restaurant. Well, sadly, I would love to go experience your heated patio, but I'm not allowed. Saloon in Toronto. Well, this used to be a blue-collar area, and there was a pub up at Old Weston Road in St. Clair where there was a big brawl that happened. That was kind of the tipping point that made them bring in Prohibition to the neighborhood. It's a really interesting history behind this area. The only thing that's really lacking is better transit. Heated patios are a good idea, actually. Oh, they're a great idea. I think that the fact that we can't have heated patios is a borderline shame, because it would certainly give a lot of these businesses a much needed kick. And it would give the economy a kick. It's a win-win-win for everyone. I don't know why they're not allowed. Joe's Hairstylist Barbershop. Sketchy here at night. I don't think this area is that sketchy. Please try the dessert at Dimitri's. Or the desserts at Dimitri's at shops at Don Mills. I did a video on Boxing Day, I think, of the shops at Don Mills. Or Black Friday. It was Black Friday, actually. Didn't feel that recent. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a dangerous or sketchy area at all. I'm not sure that's an accurate comment. Do you like samosas? I do like samosas, but if you've ever worked in an office, probably about once a week, someone brings in a giant box of samosas. And I'm not saying I got sick of them, but I kind of got sick of them. That doesn't mean I don't like them, but there's one of the residential streets here. Junction Craft Brewing is up to the north from here somewhere. The Just Desserts neon sign is up for sale. That's interesting. So we are
Give me 1 sec before I forget.
heading into the Junction Triangle area. Get me a yellow toque, says Bevy. We're whoops, I hit the wrong. The yellow toque is for the not so cold days. It's more of a fashion statement. This is the my gray, my navy blue toques are for when it's actually really cold. Same goes for this super glove. I could wear this glove to the North Pole and I would be fine. Stockyards nearby. The Stockyards are where I started off, actually, at Guns Loop. Vanless Dweller says must be cold walking around. It's a little bit chilly. But this area is kind of interesting. It's got a neat industrialized, not yet gentrified vibe to it. And here is DuPont Street. Ken Continuum recently did a walk down this part of DuPont Street. He titled it A Dilapidated Walk. I don't know if dilapidated is the right word for it. Someone asking if that's a YMCA. So here is the end of Annette Street. And on that side, it turns into DuPont Street. I did a walk from DuPont Station over to Summerhill. And there's the Junction Triangle over there. I'll have to come and do a walking video down Annette Street at some point. Susan, reminded of Bidiots, the game we will never play again. So what I'll do is just up ahead here, I'll cross over and we'll head up to the bridge that looks over the West Toronto rail path. That's kind of neat. I actually could be over there now, but we'll just stay on this stretch of Dundas. Bevy might stream tomorrow. This is odd. My last two streams have been daytime streams. I usually do evening and night streams, but we'll get back to that next week. Alex Yukon just went out to his backyard and says he's really cold. Well, my battery life is down to 60%, so that is a sign. Hello.
I was just watching you right now.
Oh, really? What's your name in the chat?
Oh no. I was just following you. I was like, you showed up on my TV.
Oh, cool.
And then it's like you're in the junction, and I'm like, just a block away from me. I'm gonna scare him right now. I'm gonna come outside.
Well, I don't know if you scared me, but
No, just kidding. That's crazy.
yeah, we're doing.
I live right here. I just came out because I'm like, he's about to walk right by my house.
Neat. Well, you'd be person number 2 to drop in.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to say hi.
People saying hi?
Yeah.
So you're...
That's insane. Cause like I watch your videos time to time, and then
Cool.
you just walk away from me.
Yeah, well, it's bound to happen because this is kind of a... I haven't streamed in this area yet. And the Junction is like pretty popular, pretty requested area. So...
Yeah, man. All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, you too.
Easy.
Cheers. There's a nice guy dropping in. So we have the rail tracks on the left, and on the other side of the rail tracks is the West Toronto rail path. There's a lot of neat old industrial warehouses and factories. Weather is good today. I would say the sky is good and the weather looks good, but it's actually a bit on the cold side. Hello, Joshua Paul. When was the last time you shook someone's hand? I don't know. That's a good question. I probably did it in the summer of last year. I did meet some friends for some park beverages. I'm sure at some point I shook a hand, but certainly not in the fall or winter. Hello, Shelley Gray. Are the Leafs playing tonight? I don't know. People say, oh, this guy is very Toronto yet he's not a Leafs fan. How does that work? There goes an Up Express to the airport. Alex, happy birthday. Alex in the chat. So here's that sort of gritty, industrialized look. Raptors are on tonight. Someone suggested on here, was it you, Bevy, to watch Bling Empire? I don't know if I've ever seen a more contrived reality show in my life. I don't even think these people knew each other before they started filming the show. It looks like everything is kind of staged and set up. That's most reality shows, but this one is, it's pretty much on the same level as that, was it Sunset, whatever? Selling Sunset. I guess it's entertaining. Susan says that's what she found out about Laguna Beach. A lot of manufactured drama. I don't know why I brought that up. I guess this area wasn't interesting enough to keep me talking about it. Waiting for the next person to spot me. All right, guys, I'm gonna head up to this bridge over here on the other side of the street. Well, Action Kid is live, exploring the Bronx. I just got that notification. Can you post one of your videos on your blog?
I'd like to go to a blog.
Reposting a video that's not your own isn't really smiled upon. It depends if you I don't know. Send me an email with what you'd like to do, but just straight up taking someone's video and reposting it is not cool. So let me know what your planned use is for the video. All right, we're gonna head over to the bridge here. If you're just linking to the YouTube, that's fine. But if you're re-uploading a video without doing anything, I am not a fan of that. But sure, you can link to the video all you want. That's cool. Or if you transform it in some way. All right, Jennifer. Yeah, that's fine. You don't even need permission to link. Harp seal used to live at the Crossways. Do we have any green alleys? I'm not really sure. There's a look at the GO tracks. And the Crossways apartment buildings off in the distance. Wow, there's a lot of people on the West Toronto rail path. Oh, we got a train coming. Should we stay and observe the train? Yeah, I think the Crossways has some interesting reviews online if you look up building management and stuff. What kind of train is this? Is this an Up Express? All right, transit geeks. I think it is an Up Express. Yeah, it's quite windy up here, Susan. Thank you, Luke. Fig. Where's the rest of the train? That's just a train that goes between Pearson and Union. Here's a look down at the West Toronto rail path. Greetings, Tristan. There's some neat artwork down here. Let's see if we can get a glimpse. No, we don't have any high-speed rail trains like the Shinkansen, unfortunately. That would be nice. I lived in Korea where I got to ride the KTX train quite often. And recently in Taiwan, I rode their high-speed train from Taipei to Kaohsiung. But sadly, we have nothing like that. There's a look at the northern part of the downtown skyline. That is Yorkville straight ahead. You're welcome, Monica. I'm not going to head down to the West Toronto Rail Path. I'm going to keep on slugging it down Dundas until we get to this art installation. Windsor to Quebec high-speed rail. That would be a very neat corridor. Yeah, funny dog. I used to say UP as well, and then I started hearing Up Express. Then I think I heard some official announcements where they called it that. So I was like, okay, I guess the Up Express it is. I think the Shinkansen in Japan isn't even a train because it actually hovers over the rail. I think there's some kind of magnet going on there. Isaac says hi. Hello, Isaac. There's a look where we'll be heading down Dundas. No, I think it's considered a maglev, right? That is different from a train. I might not know what I'm talking about. I just passed the Wallace Station lofts. Via is so expensive, it's a crime. Yeah, I really think that transit infrastructure and fares ought to be government run and subsidized, or at the very least have standardized pricing. That's certainly how they do it in Asia, and they have very impressive high-speed rail networks. Although we have a huge landmass and a very low density, so it only makes sense on specific corridors here. Across the country would be a pipe dream. But Windsor to Montreal is certainly doable. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Hyperloop. There's the Dundas West Arts Building. Just in behind here, there's I think the Toronto Contemporary Museum. I think that was one of the big objections to Doug Ford by people that live in Toronto. He's definitely one of these car-first politicians, as are a lot of the suburban Toronto city councillors. There's very little thought to transit by a lot of people. And no politician likes investing in transit because they're earmarking a lot of money for something they're never going to be around to realize. Every transit project that comes into fruition is done by people prior to them. So it's very short-term thinking. Even John Tory, he promised us this smart track, which turned out to be an utter joke. Show me the smart track, John Tory, where is it? Oh yeah, it doesn't exist. But, you know, that's the same man who wanted to build, what, a $2 billion one-stop subway to Scarborough? Are you going to the Crossways Mall? No. We are going down to, we're going down to Roncesvalles and Dundas. You're not too far from Ubisoft. The goal of the stream was to head down to this art installation. So, McDonald's, Dundas West Station. I am starting to get very hungry. I might need to get a bite somewhere. Yes, the best McDonald's in all of Toronto. Why would this McDonald's be the best in all of Toronto? Looks like a chilly day indeed. We are currently walking south on Dundas Street West. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense. You'll just have to trust me on that. This is really Roncesvalles Avenue, if you think about it. The S on Roncesvalles is optional. People pronounce it differently, even the people that live there. But apparently, according to some people, this is the best McDonald's in the city of Toronto. What are you gonna eat? Oh, there seems to be people in there. Yeah, if it was empty, I would have gone in there and ordered a cheeseburger. That's all good. Here's the Dundas West Station streetcar loop. Green Room, South of Bloor. I remember going to Green Room before I was legally allowed to drink and drinking there. Funny Dog says we need more people like Jack Layton. Although his wife didn't do so well when she tried to run for mayor. There's some neat artwork down that way, but we are going to go south. There's a guy walking in the bike path. Happy birthday, Blue Lemonade. Or should I say Diet Pronto? Do people stare at you? I don't really notice. I'm sure some do. What's your UFC bets tonight? I'm not betting, Diane, but if I could, I would parlay McGregor and Chandler. All right, so we're back into more familiar streaming territory. I've definitely streamed around this part before. Nouvelle Cost. JP Pillette, I do not know. That was someone else who mentioned that. But we are getting towards the destination. Do you have to be 21? No, you have to be 19. Malatesta, I believe if you don't pay for the pay-per-view that's illegal, but I also think Dana White is full of shit. What's the best grocery store? The one that has everything on sale? I don't really know. I just shop at the Metro near me. But I don't know, Blue Lemonade. Didn't you say it was your birthday? Jenny K with the super chat, $10 for a hot beverage. That hot beverage is gonna have something special in it for $10. Thank you, Jenny K. Troy says no frills. Yeah, I'm not really partial to any particular grocery store. Michelle Briggs says Dana White thumbs down. I wonder what the UFC would be like if Scott Coker was running it instead of Dana White. It would be nicer. Ooh, there's some neat artwork across the street there. There's the 505 Dundas. Favorite hot beverage? I would go with a mint hot chocolate. So, this is where Dundas Street West turns into Roncesvalles Avenue. And Dundas veers off to the east here and heads through Little Portugal and then Little Italy. Or not Little Italy, that's college. But Little Portugal. The 506 is running buses right now. I don't know about the 504. Stephen Doyle says best Starbucks in the city. Certainly one of the most picturesque. Greetings, blah, blah, blah. There, I see the building with the video. I don't know if it's just a picture of the video or what. Action Kid was savage last night. Yes, we had a game with Action Kid, Walking Man Dude, and myself. I don't know if Bevy was playing, but that would have been 4 Walktubers in one game. But I know Action Kid and Walking Man Dude were playing. They had to face off. That was kind of fun. So I'm going to cross the street, and then I'm going to cross the street. Today is a good day for scotch and water on the rocks. It says Funny Dog. There's the look south down Ronci. Uchung Galpool says hello. Good weather today. This is the Peace Garden that they call it. How would you do a Dance Revolution? All right, guys. So this is part of Design TO, which is kind of an outdoor art. I don't even know installation, but oh, there's Jimmy's Coffee. But here's the display. And the glare is kind of... I think I'm supposed to be in one of these screens here. But oh, I can't see it. The glare is so bad. My video is in one of these screens, but I came here at the wrong time of day because I cannot see it at all. Oh well. I think I'm supposed to be right there. But they're not using IPS displays, it looks like. Oh well. I think Deborah. I was all excited. The girl who did it was like, hey, your thing's up. I guess you have to go by at night. Who uses, I don't want to criticize them, but those were not particularly good displays. I wanted to come see this art. I thought this was kind of nice. They came from Roncesvalles. But okay, guys, I think I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna go into Jimmy's Coffee and get myself a coffee and maybe a muffin or something to tide me over until I could get back. Oh my God, that flag is embarrassing. Oh yeah, that's a terrible flag. Thank you guys for hanging out on this cold Saturday afternoon, -5. Everyone who sent a super chat or a super sticker. We had a channel member sign up and just a lot of good chat this afternoon. A little better than the crowd we had last night because of one particular individual we won't talk about. I don't know when I'll next stream. Probably Monday, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. I don't really know. But thanks, guys. Enjoy UFC tonight or whatever it is you do. Stay safe and have a good night.